Well, good morning and welcome to week 1. Remember, attitude is everything as we move through this first week. If you chose to use a textbook, you will be able to follow along the studies for this particular week using that textbook as you feel free. If you have chosen to use the course materials included in the classroom, everything you need for this week is included within the module. Let's take a look over that module real quick. At the beginning of the module for the week, you will find a link to the water cooler. That is the only discussion board that is due for this week. Next are the module objectives, which will show you what in the world we are accomplishing this week. And remember that all throughout your studies of week 1, over in your far left menu, weekly resources, you'll see the links to the content in the weekly folder. So you'll always know how to get back to where you were. Next are the study documents. These study documents aren't random content that I put in there because I needed to practice my typing skills. These are all in there because I'm taking you on this journey to where my ultimate goal is to prove to you how brilliant you are and that you can be and will be a wonderful writer. Sometimes you just have to go with me on this and understand that everything is logically placed in order for you to build one learning skill on top of another. So please, when you get into the study documents, go through everything. I've only included the important information that you need to know. And read everything. I carefully edited out anything that's fluff. Now, once again, if you've chosen to use the textbook, you can find this information in your textbook as well by using the index and finding where this information is. For those of you who are content with the information in the course, everything you need to know is contained here. Why, for example, in the world do I have you starting on day 1 understanding bias? Well, after you read this information, which is very brief, and after you watch this, read this PDF and watch this little example, you'll understand why bias is so important. One of the things I notice students having a problem with consistently is how to punctuate titles. And so this is just a little go through. Again, if you'll just read through the content, you'll be ready when the time comes. I've insisted that you put word count on everything, and this video explains that. So please just remember that I've put everything in each week folder for an absolute reason. And if you'll stay with me, if you'll have a good positive attitude, and you'll take the time to make a nice cup of tea and have a seat and read over things, you'll be able to keep up with the train as we move on. This is the scavenger hunt that you will need to take before moving forward in the class. Nothing will be able to be graded until this scavenger hunt is completed. And then there are the weekly assignments that you will have in this folder, and each one of those are listed with a submit here tab, those magical words that I've told you about before, and that will take you through week 1. I sure am excited to have you here. I know it's going to be a fantastic time, and I hope you have a delightful week. That concludes this tutorial.